Hello class, hope you are fine. Today we want to answer question from NECO examination year 2019. We want to solve this question using pencil, pair of compasses and ruler only. Construct a hexagon in a circle of 80 mm diameter. Measure and write the altitude of the hexagon. The first thing to do is draw your horizontal line as long as you can. Locate your starting point. From your starting point, measure 80 mm as the diameter. 80 mm is the same thing as 8 cm. So you locate that. Now, how can I construct a circle? You need the half of the diameter, that is 40 mm. That will be the center for the circle. Then you take your compass. Measure that 40 mm with your compass. 40 mm with your compass. You can check it also on your ruler. Then you check with the other side whether it can touch the 2 points. If it doesn't touch, that means something is wrong. Oh, my pencil is shaking. Alright, so you measure 40 mm from the center. Set your pencil very well. Then you can draw your circle with that radius 40 mm. So after constructing your circle, the next thing is use the same radius. Put it on the first side here, touching the circumference of your circle. Make sure it touches the circumference, then you hack the circumference with that 40 mm. Come to the other side. So the same radius, make sure your compass touches the circumference of that circle. Arc the circumference on this side, arc the circumference on the other side. Place it on the other point, arc the circumference, draw arc on the circumference and draw arc on the circumference here. The next thing is take your ruler and pick your pencil. Pick your pencil and set your ruler that it touches the intersection of the arc and the circumference. Then you draw your line. You draw your line for the sides of the hexagon. Come to the other side. Make sure your ruler touches the intersection of the arc and the circumference. Then you rule your line. Come to the other side. Do the same thing. Make sure you set your ruler very well. So it must touch the circumference. Your ruler must touch the circumference. Set the other side. Draw the other side. Draw your line using your ruler. Make sure your line touches the circumference like that. Set your ruler very well. Make sure it touches the circumference. Make sure it touches the circumference. Then you join the lines. Alright, with that, I have constructed a hexagon in a circle of diameter 80 mm. Next thing is the question says measure and write the altitude of the hexagon. What is the altitude of that hexagon? Altitude simply means the height of the hexagon. How can I get it? Already I have the diameter for the circle, which is touching angle of that hexagon, and any line you draw in the shape touching opposite angle is a diagonal. But to measure the altitude, to measure the altitude of the hexagon. So as I said earlier, line that touches angle is the diagonal. Hexagon, how can I get it? Pick your ruler, take your set square, Set your ruler on the base of that hexagon like this, and set your set square on it. You can allow it to pass through the center of the hexagon of that circle. Then you draw your line, touching the sides. Now I have drawn the line to touch the side of the hexagon. You can draw it to touch any of the side, but I've picked this side. So I will now measure that line. What is that line? So with my measurement here, you can see that this is, according to my pencil work here, this is 69 millimeter. 6 and 9, it remain just 1 millimeter to be 70 millimeter. So I will just say the altitude is 69. Altitude is equals to 69 millimeter. Because of your pencil work, if your pencil work is somehow thick than my pencil work, I use thin line cut through, you can get 70 millimeter. Nobody will penalize you for that. So that is the altitude for that hexagon. Thanks for watching. Remember to like my video. Abeg o, my students, like my videos. Click the like buttons, comment so that I can improve more. Share with your family and friends. Subscribe to my channel. Thanks very much. I will announce anytime I want to go on live. Thank you. Goodbye. I wish you success.